Hello my friends, how you doing? Dan McDonald, the LifeRegenerator. Been trying to get to this one for a while, give you guys a real easy rebounder workout. I think what I'll try to do is start off with the beginning exercises and then I'll move into the more advanced. How about that? So here's the, some people have problem with their feet, and so what you do is this is the health bounce. Your feet don't even leave the, the net on this one. So I know you guys can't see the rebounder, but basically you just bounce a little bit so that you don't do any, because some people have really problems with their feet or ankles, so they got to start out real slow, but you can still feel, if you know that the lymphatic system, you can feel that moving, especially in the upper thoracic area, which is where the lymphatic system dumps into the aortic valve here back into the bloodstream so that it can be processed and eliminated. The lymphatic system is where the white blood cells do their business of eliminating toxins and bacteria, viruses, so that they can be eliminated, so they get pumped back into the bloodstream through the aorta valve and then back into the blood to be eliminated through the proper channels, the kidneys and the feces and whatnot. That's the beauty of rebounding, is moving that lymph, because the lymph surrounds the little cells in the interstitially and extracellularly, and then that goes down and pumps into little tiny smaller rivers or streams, which actually flows into the river of the lymphatic system, which eventually ends up in the lymph nodes, where a lot more work can be processed to get rid of toxins and metabolic wastes. But people don't exercise enough, and so the lymphatic system gets coagulated, and then you get a lot of inflammation, tightness, tension between the shoulders, headaches, stiffness in the back. You sit for long periods of time, you get stiff. That's a sluggish lymphatic system. So that's the beauty of why I wanted to stress the importance of getting lots of exercise. And also, when we're dealing with the healing, which is what I focus on mostly here, I'm not so much the day-to-day health guy. I want you all to know that I'm more on the side of healing. So there's a little bit different program on the day-to-day stuff, not necessarily for the rebounding, but the food and everything. So anyways, I work on the side of healing. We're trying to alkalize and detoxify and regenerate human beings. Okay? So, if you want to move that, you want to move the lymph, no matter what. There's a little bee right there on top of you guys. That's cool. So these are very real videos, but this is the health bounce. This is the simple stuff. So move that lymph with jogging, bicycle riding, swimming is great. Okay, let's get into some more of these exercises. Mr. B, excuse me please. Thank you very much. Oh, he's coming back. Anyways, we'll do the health bounce here until Mr. B leaves. But anyways, so this is the beginning basic exercise right here. Next is just the simple bounce. And I love it. This is pretty much what I spend at least half the time doing, this one right here on the rebounder. Just bouncing, just like this. And it's so beautiful. You can feel the cells in your body getting healthier with every single bounce. It makes you feel like a kid again. It's got anti-gravity properties. It starts moving the blood. I mean, and it tightens. If you put your hands here on your stomach and you feel, while as it bounces down, you can feel the abs tightening. You can feel all the organs in this part of your body tightening and toning up. And you want everything dragging and sagging, or do you want it to be tight and toned up? That's right. That's why the rebounding is awesome, because anyone can do this. You don't have to have a bike. You don't have to pound the pavement with your feet. All those things are fun, but this rebounder just sits in your room and you just jump on it, and then the recommended is 20 minutes minimum. It takes 10 minutes to warm up, and then about the next 10 minutes is really the therapeutic benefits that you get. Okay? So this is the simple bounce. Next, this is my other favorite, because this is where you start moving the lymph in the upper thoracic area, which is the shoulder blades. And this is where the lymphatic system, like I said before, dumps into the bloodstream. So this is really nice. When you move your arms like this, you're just doing like a lymph pump. And you want to pump that lymph. That's why swimming is so good for the lymphatic system too, as well as yoga. Can you dig it? I love this one. I could sit here and do this all day. It feels so good because sometimes I'll get tension and stress between my shoulder blades. 20 minutes on the rebounder with this. So this is my second favorite exercise. So these are the beginning exercises, okay? These are the basic ones. Okay, here's a basic exercise. It's like running in place, okay? This one will start building the legs a little bit more, building coordination. Takes a little bit more work. It tightens the abs as well, okay? Boom. You can feel the tightness in the abs as you lift the legs. It strengthens the psoas muscle here. Good stuff, baby. Okay. Now we're going to do the Russian kick, and I think that we're basically going to be moving into more of the intermediate techniques. This one takes a little more coordination, so just make sure you're ready to move on from the other simple exercises, okay? But this is the Russian kick. This really begins to build the abs and coordination. You can feel the abs tightening up. You wouldn't really see this as an ab exercise, but really this is one of the keys to me keeping a nice flat stomach. That and lots of fresh raw fruits and vegetables. You can see why this is so much fun. It feels so good to exercise, especially out in the sun and the fresh air, my friends. This healing and health is quite simple. It can be a challenge in our modern world. But if you can't do any other exercise and you're having any kind of health issue, this is the one, baby. Because this will just enhance your immune system and, like I said, get that lymph moving again. So you can start to remove excess fatty deposits and starting to tone up and tighten up every cell, okay? So we're moving a little bit more into the intermediate. So check this out. This one is a leg strengthener right here. You just squat down and bounce. This one builds power in the legs, okay? The lower you go, the more strength you're building in your legs. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's move on into some more advanced exercises. How about that? Okay, this one's really fun, and this one's more just to kind of keep me entertained, and at the same time I found it to be very excellent for building coordination, okay? So this is like the half turn. Boom, boom, bounce, boom, boom, bounce, boom, boom, bounce, boom, boom, bounce. Now isn't that fun? Now of course at the very beginning you have to get used to that because you'll be falling off, but pretty soon once you get it down and you have that coordination in your brain and your body, you can just boom, boom, bounce, boom, boom, bounce, boom, boom, bounce. Oh, I got off. See what I mean? Coordination. Now let's try that one more time. This is one of my favorites. Boom, boom, bounce, boom, boom, bounce, twist, twist, bounce, twist, twist, bounce. Okay? Now, I've never really... Now, you can do an easier version of that and do quarter turns like this. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay, so let's try that again. I'll give you the instruction. It'll be quarter, 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 bounce, quarter, 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 bounce. And you can see it's really fun, huh? So, now here's a super advanced exercise for you. Okay, so check this out. Boom, 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 boom. This will really start building power, cardio, and strength. Yes. Now, of course, there's a million other exercises you can do on a rebounder, but the point is just to get one if you can afford it. There's $60 models at Walmart, and I can't call them the ghetto bounce anymore because I get in trouble. Everybody should calm down in the ghetto. You got to remember, I slept in paper box for a month. I lived in old and abandoned buildings. Walked around the streets of Seattle for 5 years. Did everything under the sun that they do in the ghetto. So when I reference the ghetto, it's very lighthearted. I'm not judging anyone. I myself came from the place, and it's no big deal. I met some of the more real people in my life that had stories that were just like, wow, you really got screwed over, you know? And, you know, sometimes you never bounce back, you know? So I never really try to judge anybody. So there won't be any more ghetto blending or ghetto bouncing because people get really sensitive, and you can't say anything on YouTube without offending somebody. So I just keep going, all in lightheartedness. I don't have all the answers. I'm not a religious freak. I don't care what people eat. I just care that I'm doing my best to help people to improve. I'm particularly interested in the healing arts, and I'm particularly focused on things like alkalizing the blood so that acid waste can be removed. Bouncing on the rebounder is a form of exercise. Getting as much sunlight as you possibly can. Okay? Breathing as much fresh air as you possibly can. You do not want to become oxygen deficient, because that's where a lot of the pain will come from in your life. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. It inspired you to bounce. I probably bounce 3 to 4 days a week for therapeutic purposes, at least once a day for 20 minutes. For super duper benefits, you can do it 2 times for 20 minutes a day. And if you really want to dump weight and you really want to eliminate that disease, okay, then you'll bounce 3 times 20 minutes a day for a total of an hour each. And if you have to, just start out slow. Just bounce for 5 minutes. I go by time. Now I usually go by time, which will be like 20 minutes. Or I'll just listen to about 5 songs. Songs are usually about 4 minutes each. The average song, so I'll just listen to 5 songs. That's my way of doing it. My kids actually count each bounce. My daughter will do like 600 bounces. So that's her style. Everyone has a different style. Just make sure you get your bouncing in. This is a great form of exercise, my friends. You cannot lose. I wish I could continue to hang out with you, but I'm trying to keep these videos down so that we can continue to have a lot of views, because if they're too long, then people won't watch them. So I hope you learned something today. I love rebounding. I feel a lot better now than I did when I started. Thank you so much. Move that lymph. However you do it, alkalize the body with lots of fruits, vegetables, and particularly I am fond of leafy green vegetable juices, not only for the healing process, but also for just health maintenance, also just to keep a lot of chlorophyll in the blood. When you mix chlorophyll in the blood with sunshine, you get a spark plug nuclear reaction, which creates energy at the level of the mitochondria and produces ATP, which creates electricity and health within the human body. Thank you very much, my friends. If you don't have a rebounder and you want to get one, there'll definitely be a link down below. I have the $300 model. It hasn't rusted. I've been through several of the $60 Walmart models, and I was just bouncing on my kids the other day that I bought them a couple of years ago, and one of the springs broke, so I can no longer bounce on the $60 model. We've had this $300 model for 2 years, and it's even been outside a lot. There's no rust. This one is called the, I don't even know what this one is called. Hopefully, Cellar Sizer. So hopefully Krista will be able to put a link down below to the one that I've got. But any high quality rebounder will last a long time, and it's worth the investment. And I really want to encourage you to bounce your way to good health. Thank you very much, my friends. Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, just here to help. That's it. Peace.